In by Clint Johnston Porter, and they're ready to go. First of 7. Ideal conditions. Early sea breeze in. And there they go. They're off and racing. Cobb & Co. won the start from the inside over Lady Tornado. Cold Shizzle is going to drop the neck. Just park in behind them third after the start outside of My Dilemma. And so they complete the first 200 where Lady Tornado goes up now and she works her way to the front for Johnston Porter. Settles there by a length. Cobb & Co. fighting for a bit of rain there. Wanted to throw its head around as the speed was very slow. Parnham went forward here with the hot pot Cold Shizzle and now occupies second spot on the outside of Cobb & Co. and a length and a half My Dilemma. So in this order, the quartet of runners, a little Tommy Tico to start the day, head out toward the side of the course and go by the 750, and it's Lady Tornado that makes play here in the first at Belmont Park. She's a length and a half to the good of the $1.60 favourite Cold Shizzle. Over on the inside, travelling third, Cobb & Co. and back behind them, the last of the four, still My Dilemma, and only about 2.5 lengths from the leader. They should really open up full throttle now. 400 left to go. Lady Tornado into the straight first, led by a length. Parnham now starts to click up. Cold Shizzle looking for the way clear behind them. Cobb & Co. My Dilemma's coming down the outside, so the race is on in earnest. At the 200, Cold Shizzle got to the lead from Lady Tornado. He has to draw the persuader as My Dilemma keeps coming. My Dilemma on the outside of Cold Shizzle. Oh, the favourite's going to go down. Cobb & Co.'s got the late split. Cobb & Co. driving up on the inside. Cobb & Co. lunging at My Dilemma. Cobb & Co. got there from My Dilemma in an absolute upset to the first for the day. Cold Shizzle, Lady Tornado in behind those. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Cobb & Co. Cobb & Co. Jason Whiting. My Dilemma. Well, it got the better of Cold Shizzle, and one would have thought that was it. But it was Cobb & Co. that just kept coming on the inside and has got the bob by half a head. 3 Cobb & Co. The Playing God 3-year-old, having won its second race now from 4 starts, and 3 goes at this track for 2 wins. Loves the joint. Seemingly, Brian Lucas prepares. Jason Whiting in the saddle beats My Dilemma. Lachdar Romilly, the outsider in this small field. And Cold Shizzle has missed the place, missed a top spot, having weighed in third position from the tiring Lady Tornado, but they didn't go overly hard. 126.47 bears testimony to that. 126.47, 34.97 opening up there. From the 600, they rolled, and it was a half a head, 3/4 the margins, 3, 4, 2 and 5. But Cobb & Co. for Brian Lucas, who prepares this 3-year-old, salutes in the opening race. My Dilemma's the My Admiration filly. Brock Luthwaite, Lachdar Romilly, Cold Shizzle by Awesome Rock from Faux Shizzle. Chris Parnham and Darren McAuliffe combining there. So it's an upset result here to start the day with the short price elect going down. You could see that Chris Parnham was anxious. He had to really ride with gusto, but there was nothing left in the tank at the end of the 1400 for Cold Shizzle, who again goes down at the journey. Race 2, the Ascend Sales Trophies Handicap. We take out 7 and 11, Laguna Miss and Von Snip, both going to Ascot on the weekend. And we can take you down now to Brett Taylor joining us in the yard, and so often is the case in these very small little fields. Sometimes you get the surprise result.
We did, and the Cobb & Co. was that result. Brian Lucas joins me now, and what were you thinking during the straight? Because he would have been a certainty beat just about if he didn't find the gap, but he found it.
I thought we was in a lot of trouble. I thought, there goes my money.
Oh no, and you're probably ready to walk away, and then all of a sudden you look up and you see that he finds a bit of daylight.
Due to fish, we got out and done the job properly, so it's good.
You would have been disappointed if he hadn't found the gap, because how well was he travelling?
Oh, going like a train, beautiful, yeah.
Even in the early part of the race, you could see that he was really wanting to get on with the job.
Yeah, well, I always worried about his front legs, but they're not worrying him on these soft tracks.
What is the issue with his legs?
Well, he's offset.
Yep.
Yeah, don't look below his shoulders.
He's doing a draw-right job at the moment for a horse with offset legs. What about the story with him last start? It's very unusual that you see a horse win and get sent back to trials because of bucking.
I could have rode him to school when I was 5.
Is that quiet, is he?
But I think it was a safety issue, so I was happy to go back. Perhaps they done me a favour, send me back. I didn't have to gallop him.
Well, that was the perfect gallop and it was the perfect result today. Well done.
Good, thanks very much.
There's Brian Lucas after the victory of Cobb & Co. And perhaps he did him a favour. He's obviously a very quiet horse, as Brian was alluding to there. And Jason Whiting's just gone inside to weigh in and then is coming back out because I'd like to know what was going through his mind along the straight.
Well, exactly right. It was only a 4-horse field, Jace, but he gave you a bit of a handful like he did last start.
Yeah, they can always be a bit sticky, these small fields, but I was probably expecting the favourite to give a bit more of a kick than that, but yeah, a few nasty thoughts are probably going through my head at the 200.
Once he got out, he showed a really nice turn of foot. He looks like he's got more than his fair share of ability.
No, he just keeps improving, and today was actually, you know, the best, really probably the best he's shown. I was a bit surprised sort of how well and straight, and I was still travelling and that and searching for runs, but when the run came, he just really, he really levelled out nice.
How much improvement and maturity is still to come?
Well, we always sort of thought along the lines he's such a late foal that he's still pretty immature in that, so we'd like to think, you know, 12 months he'll finish into a nice horse.
What sort of distance range will we see the best of him as well?
Yeah, you know, 40 up to mile, you know, who knows until you sort of get up there. He travelled quite strong today, so, but, you know, no reason why I shouldn't run a strong mile.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Jason Whiting. Cobb & Co, he's right, a late foal 28th of November, so only really officially turned 3 a couple of weeks ago if you're going by the birth date. So it's a good effort by a horse who clearly is still doing a little bit wrong, but has a tremendous amount of upside there, having his 4th start and brings up his 2nd win. For Brian Lucas and Jason Whiting.
But just like that, we fall apart. We're broken.